Howdy Clarinet fans, Kathy Williams-DeVries here, bringing you another tutorial video. This video is on how to practice your scales in the altissimo register, sort of aimed at between grades 5 and 6 Trinity College students, because I've just been teaching and I thought I might make a video about it, so I don't have to repeat myself. Sorry that my head's cut off. I thought it more important that you look at my fingers. Now the first thing I want to look at in practicing in the altissimo register is the chromatic. It's probably the most complicated, it's got the most notes. Now in grade 6 Trinity College you have to do an E chromatic scale 3 octaves. Now the most difficult part of this 3 octave chromatic scale is of course the top octave. And I'm going to show you how to practice it. So, my top tip when you're practicing anything is to take it to bits. And that's what I'm going to do with the E chromatic scale. Now, I'm going to work on the altissimo part of the chromatic scale. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on a top C. And then we're going to gradually work up to the top E. So feel free to watch my fingers and play along. So now note that my pinky finger is off in the C sharp because otherwise it's too sharp, and that I'm using the sliver key for the E flat D sharp. So what you do is you go up and down. And you practice that quite a few times. Put it on a loop. Practice that, you know, half a dozen times, as many times as you like. Gradually get it a bit faster. And also practice it from the top going down and coming back up. Now once you've got that little bit of the E chromatic happening in the top octave and you think, yeah, I'm fairly sure about how to play it, take it down to an A flat G sharp and do exactly the same thing. I tend to use this B flat A sharp. I like to keep it in the one hand. And then take it from the top as well. And then when you're absolutely 100% sure that you can play that, it's in the head, you don't have to think about it too much, then take it down to the E. Note that I'm using the sliver key F sharp, because otherwise you get that nasty cross fingering. You don't want that, because eventually when you start playing it at full speed, you want to be using that. So and then of course, once you've mastered that octave, add the lower octaves. But this video is primarily looking at the altissimo. And while we're on E, why don't we do the E major scale and the E minor harmonic and melodic, because in Trinity grade 6 we are introduced to the melodic for the first time. Well, not introduced, but it's the first time that you have to play both the harmonic and the melodic before you've had a choice. So let's have a look at E. Again, let's start on a B. So we've got B, C sharp, D sharp, E. So play that as many times as you have to get it absolutely clear in your head what's required. Note that the pinky stays off at the C sharp. The most difficult part of the E major is the C sharp to the D sharp. Practice that a few times. Now, as a last resort, I will use this E flat. I use it hardly ever, and especially not in scales. And you want a smooth connection between the B and the C sharp as well. Okay. Only when you're completely happy that you've got that in your head, and start from the top as well. And similarly, we're going to do the same with E minor harmonic. And start from the top. And then add the entire octave. And then you can add the two lower octaves. Let's look at the melodic, remembering that we sharpen the 6th and 7th degrees of the scale on the way up and their naturals on the way down. We'll start from a B again. As many times as you have to before adding in so that's your top octave for all the E's. Going down a semitone, we're looking at E flat major. Again, let's start on the A flat. Oops. let's start on the B flat, that's much better. Note which E flat I'm using. And start from the top. And then go, then only when you're totally happy. Note I'm using this B flat and A flat combination, it's the only one you can use. Now let's look at E flat minor, which can also be D sharp minor. It depends if you like sharps or flat. So probably so this is the minor, harmonic minor. And you could probably and start before adding in the entire scale. Note that the G flat F sharp I'm using is with the sliver key. Now we've got your melodic. I think that's right. And again you've got this D flat to E flat. And start from the top. Oops. And also in grade 6 Trinity College they make you do A flat, 2.5 octaves up to a top E flat. So again you've got the D flat. And start at the top. And we also have a G sharp or A flat minor. I don't think they make you do that. I'd have to check. And while we're here we may as well do F minor going up to a top F. So harmonic minor. So that and of course the harmonic. Oops. Oops, let's try that again. important that you do practice it over the top. I often found before I really worked on my scales that I could get to the top but I couldn't get back down again. That's why we're practicing it up and over the top. I think D major is pretty cool. You just got to watch that you don't leave the pinky down for the C sharp. But for the harmonic minor, minor harmonic. And of course melodic. So that C sharp, that would be C sharp. I don't think you need to do D flat major, but let's look at it anyway. So that's pretty straightforward. Now C sharp minor. So that now melodic. Let me say. That's your stuff in the top octaves. I'm aiming this at about grades 5 and 6. If you are sort of grade 7 and 8 and you need help getting up to a top G and a top A, just email me, kathywilliamsdevries at icloud.com, or just leave a message on my channel, and I will work those out for you. I hope this has helped a little bit. This is how I practice my altissimo. I hate my altissimo. I do a lot of work on it. Yeah, so I look like. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.